Despite our best efforts, why do we fail to overcome our addictions? Whether that be weed, gambling, or alcohol. What is it about these addictions that make it so hard for even the smartest of us to overcome? Let's get right into it. Tap in. What's good? What going? Y'all already know what the going on. My name's Owolabby. Welcome to the channel. This channel is all about providing you with a daily dose of edutainment. I do things such as reaction videos of comedy, where I leave my commentary at the end, to social commentary, where I talk about things that are going on in the world, to addiction related stuff and things of that nature. In every single video, you are guaranteed to laugh, be entertained, but also learn something that you can apply to your day-to-day life and make it better. Talk about the problem, but focus on the solution. Such as another YouTuber says. I forget his name now. But yeah, talk about the problem, but focus on the solution. So on my channel, I always aim to bring people on the channel who are, I'd say smarter than me or just as smart, but I see that talk factual information about certain subjects. So this one specifically is about why do smart people, because we're all smart in our own right, so why does everybody, why does everyone, despite their best efforts, remain in their addiction long term? You may have said, this will be the last time I drink alcohol. This will be the last time I smoke weed. This will be the last time I watch porn. But you relapse. A day or two later, a week later, a month later even, if you get to that point, you relapse again. So here's why that happens.
Humans think we are so clever, while we always ponder what the meaning of life is and we're the only animal that can ask why. But are we really the only idiot without the answer? Eat, survive, reproduce, right? That's it. But sometimes we let stupid things get in the way, like addiction, compulsive habits, self-sabotage. And this happens to smart people more often than you would think. I recently had a 50-year-old professor with degrees coming out of his ass asking me if you could shed some light on how a seemingly intelligent man like myself would possibly end up addicted to anything, especially psychological addiction. My brain would really appreciate answers. And if this is you, here is what is going on inside you. Humans kind of have two sides of us that are controlling our behavior. They probably taught you about the left and right side of your brain. This has been proven incorrect recently by science, but there really are still two sides that make up your behavior. I talk a lot about the creative side because that's feeling, and that's where control comes from. We all know that logical side of our personality that people call intelligence. These have definite answers. If you know the correct answer for a mathematical equation, you are right or wrong. So you are rewarded to develop logic. But the other side is equally, or if not more important when it comes to controlling your own behavior. For now, let's just determine that there is logical and creative. And you know that smart, logical part of you, the part that you might call consciousness? Well, let's call him Albert. Albert lives inside you with a baby reptile child called Rex. So when you go to the gym or you study for that final, that was Albert's decision. But Albert is kinda old, he tires easily, he switches off, and that is when Rex takes over. So if you've ever been instantly attracted to someone, that's that non-thinking, emotion-driven Rex inside you. See, Rex is running the whole show. So your desire to survive, your desire to eat, reproduce, all the basics of pain versus pleasure that come at a basic level of life, all of that, your constant need to smoke weed, drinking alcohol, smoking cigarettes, gambling, all of that is Rex. So how do you control your own actions? Well, you just control Rex. Albert always needs this logical strategy. That's what I'm going to show you. But first, I'll give you two really quick examples. Let's say I see you eating a cupcake. So I wanted to take that cupcake out of your hand and eat it myself. Why not? Rex knows that cupcakes bring pleasure. Well, the answer to why not is Albert. Albert knows that cupcakes bring pleasure too, but he also knows a lot of other facts, like stealing is wrong and leads to pain. If I was to listen to Rex, I would just steal the cupcake. If I was to listen to Albert, I would devise a plan to get the cupcake in a socially acceptable way. Maybe I could just ask you for a little bit, or I could go and buy my own. That way I avoid a fight with you, and I also avoid developing a reputation of a thief. These are things Albert knows. Rex doesn't know any of this. So Albert's more concerned with devising a plan to get what you want, whereas Rex doesn't know how to string a plan together. He just sees a cupcake and he wants it. So that's an example of Albert controlling Rex. An example where Albert fails is if you have a psychological addiction problem. Let's say it is just smoking weed, drinking alcohol, and you know you shouldn't do it, and every single day you wake up saying, I'm not going to do it again. Well, that's Albert talking, but Albert's not in control. So later in the day, say around 4:20 in the afternoon, Albert's a bit worn down. He's not so much there, especially if you've had to make a lot of decisions or you've had to use a lot of willpower. If you're tired, if you're drunk, or stressed, emotional, angry, depressed, lonely, Rex will take over. And we know this. That's what he's there for. So the secret is to learn how Albert can control Rex. And you know the secret to controlling Rex lies in a pyramid. It's called Maslow's hierarchy of needs. This is the logical strategy that Albert needs, all wrapped up in a bow so he can follow it. All Albert needs to do is keep above esteem level, just to have an ability to control powerful Rex. How? Get your sleep, eat well, be healthy. That's like level 1 of life. If you're not doing that, you haven't passed level 1. Okay, so then we have level 2. If you feel safe, have shelter, and control your own stress levels, your bills are all paid, you don't owe rent, or you're not in bad debt, that's stage 2. We're getting there. If you have a feeling of belonging, a legitimate social network that you can rely on, you have friends, that's stage 3. Next is esteem, not only from others but also from yourself. Only at this stage are you open to change your behavior. Rex will stop controlling you. And then on top of that, you have self-actualization. You're achieving individual potential. This is when you control your behavior legit. It won't happen automatically, but now it's possible. Okay, you can grow further than that, and you can become anything you want. You really can in this life, I'm telling you. If you learn how to control your behavior, anything is possible. Money, relationships, health, everything. But only at stage 4 will Rex stop controlling you. So Rex means well, but is just a child. At the end of the day, Rex needs Albert. If Albert isn't in charge, you'll need to level up in the Maslow's hierarchy of needs.
You can't lie and tell me that video wasn't informative. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. Okay? Don't lie to me and tell me that video wasn't informative. That's the homie Tristan who came through, the Aussie man, came through and spat some facts on the channel. So essentially, every single video, my goal is to always give you free content that you can apply to your own day-to-day life. But if you feel like you need more guided information, guided material that walks you through step by step what you need to be doing and what you need to be eating, because that's a thing too, and how you should be meditating, that's a thing too, to overcome these addictions, check out the Truth of Addiction program linked in my description. I always recommend it, I always co-sign it, I always because it's proven step-by-step program to overcome gambling, weed, cigarette, porn, all the above. Okay, so you want to check it out? That's cool. If you don't, that's cool too. Hopefully this video was enough for you to overcome your addiction and that you no longer relapse to it ever again. Because like for me, my addiction was porn. So part of what I had to do was I had to unfollow all the Instagram models, all the Instagram hoes and whatnot that be shaking their butts on the gram, and I had to detox my subscription feed on a lot of my social media. I had to mute people on Twitter that retweet porn onto my timeline. I had to do a lot of stuff because like all these little triggers me to want to watch porn. And for you, there are certain triggers, certain neural associations you've adapted that trigger you to smoke weed, to gamble, to smoke cigarettes, or whatever else are your triggers, right? So I have to do certain things myself to make sure I'm in control of my life, rather than having these substances, or in my case, porn, what I'm watching, be in control of me, right? So if you understand that if there are certain drawbacks that your activity or your substance is doing to your life, affecting your health, affecting your money, or whatever else, take action upon the information in the video and get your life back once and for all. So as always, bro, if you're new to your channel, I'm about to teach you the motto, and if you're a returning subscriber, say it with me. Alright? If it doesn't feed you, don't water it. People, situations, circumstances, job, environment, substances, activities, whatever it is, if it's not nurturing you or making you better, cut it off. Cut it off. Millie, walk it out of your life. Millie, walk it out of your life. Millie, walk it out of your life. Oh, whoa. But on a real tip, I appreciate you for rocking with me. You could literally be watching anything on YouTube, on the internet, other movies, whatever it is, but you're here with me, so I'm grateful. Much love, peace and joy. Namaste, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Deuces.